Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Attack on Titan. Last time on Attack on Titan, we had The Basement. Armin has now recovered after being titanized, I guess, and becoming Krispy Kreme. They filled him in on everything, and now he has a lot of pressure due to Eren's life and the power of a Titan now being just part of him, so there's that. Hanji is also now going to replace Eren as commander of the Scouts, which is interesting. Then let's see. And then they went to the basement, to the cellar in Shiganshina under the Jaeger house. And they went in. It seemed to be like a normal doctor's lab. However, they did find 3 secret books that contained some interesting information. We didn't see most of it, but we did get a little bit of it because there was a photograph in one of those books. They don't have photographs in the world of Attack on Titan, so there's that. And then, after the credits, we got a flashback scene of little boy Deku Grisha Jaeger, who was in where he grew up in this sort of Berlin-esque city where they have to wear armbands and they have blimps. And he and his sister went past the wall and apparently discovered the horrors of humanity or something like that. It was something he said. I only caught that line in editing. I was like, oh, geez, that's got to be bad. So, yeah. So where we go from here, I think we only have 3 episodes left in this season. I have no idea. So, like always, the reaction is down in the description and in the pinned comment for your viewing pleasure. So let's just go ahead and get right into this episode of Attack on Titan. Here we go. Oh, that is a dump of lore right there. That is a dump of lore. Oh man, oh man. Faye? Let's go with Faye. I need more. Problem is, these are still kind of gross. I'm going to move this real quick. Alright. Maybe I'm fast forwarding this part. Why is my laptop heating up? It's not doing anything. You know the worst part about this? These are all varying sizes. Alrighty, hopefully you have 4 shots of something. Maybe for your sake, I'm going to hope it's non-alcoholic. Like always, I'm drinking Pepsi. Yeah. Bombs up. Oh god, so much carbonation. This is why I don't actually drink, because I cannot handle it. Oh god, this one's tall. That one started slipping out a bit. Oh god, this one's so wide. Okay. Okay. I'm ready. I'm ready to talk. You want to know the worst thing? Excuse me, Jesus. You want to know the worst thing about an episode that goes through a ton of lore? and is almost exclusively lore in in the episode. They didn't explain everything. They did not explain everything. Because while they did at least explain Grisha's origin, well, at the very least you can get from this episode that Grisha is recruited by the Owl to become one of the 9 Titans of Ymir. And become one of the 9 Titans of Ymir. And that's how he gains the ability to transform, which is what Rod Rice said. Where he got the power of a Titan, I do not know, because Rod was in the dark as much as anyone. So you can assume that's how Grisha got the power. But the next question is, where did Zeke get the power? Because here's the other thing, too. We never saw Zeke even transform into a Titan. Alright. Sorry, my laptop fan is going nuts, and it's driving me crazy. So, we never saw Zeke turn into a Titan. And, we don't know where he got the power. We don't know where Rhina, Bertolt, and Annie fit into it. So, presumably, the name Ymir, our Ymir, Joe, presumably she was just given the name then. Given the name of the founding Titan from 1,000 years ago. 1,000 years, over 1,000, nearly 2,000 years ago, actually. Excuse me. So, I don't think that, I obviously don't think that our Ymir is the same Ymir. It's just a coincidence of name. They wanted her to be of royal blood, so they named her Ymir. But it was Ymir Fritz, with the power of the 9 Titans, who founded society until the Marleyans rebelled. And I guess there was a war. There was a war between the Titans and humanity all that time ago. But the king, the current king, King Fritz, moved to the island of Paradis, erected the walls from millions of Titans, and that gave him the threat of, if the people of Marley ever try to, come at me, I will destroy them with millions of Titans that are in the walls. And then he redacted everything, changed his name from Fritz to Rice, installed a puppet Fritz, and that's where we are today. It can't be that... Can it? Could it be that Zeke, Rhina, Bertolt, and Annie are all just from Marley? See, and they say, like, oh, well, you... What was it? Eldians? Something like that. All you Eldians, that's your true form. You guys, one injection, you become Titans. But they don't point out if the Marleyans can become Titans. But I would assume that because the one guy was the Owl, that he is a human, a normal Marleyan that became a Titan. That's the thing, man. We get this whole lore dump, and we don't know everything. I hope there's another lore dump next episode, but I don't know. But I mean, we explained the walls. I get the walls, so. And of course, there's still this whole other history that's happening, where again, over 1,000 years, nearly 2,000 years ago, this woman Ymir, with 9 titans, waged. No, well, according to Grisha, she built a peaceful world, but it was the humans, the Marleyans, that rebelled against her, thus creating where we are today. And without the power of the founding titan, because it was behind the walls, the Marleyans won. I guess that's it. Now, here's the other thing. We still have to remember what Zeke said in Shiganshina. Goodness me, trying to connect all these dots is messing with my brain. Ugh. We have to remember what Zeke said in Shiganshina, because he said that Eren has been brainwashed by his father. So clearly he's still against Grisha. And so, then who's telling the truth? Because he's probably going with, the whole thing of, well, no, Ymir Fritz was a devil, who waged war on humanity. But why would he have the power of a titan, then? I mean, I guess fight fire with fire, but still. I mean, they could have been the chosen few. Him, Reina, Bertolt, Annie, and whoever else. Maybe they were the chosen few who took on the power of the Titan to fight against. Because they're trying to get. The whole point is the struggle for the power of the founding Titan. Do you realize that if Annie just ate Eren in season 1, she would have become the founding Titan? That would have been it. So, Zeke, I guess presumably, does he still fight for Marley? Does he still fight for the Marleyans, or does he fight on his own? Is he his own thing now? But he said, you were brainwashed by your father. We're both victims of him, and that shows. So perhaps that's it. They're trying to get back the power of the founding Titans. Why exactly did they want the power of the founding Titans? Why did the Marleyans want that power? I'm going to go back and look. This is going to take me a minute, I'm sure, because it's hard to skip around.
By turning in both of his naive, foolish parents to Marley Public Security.
Hang on. Need to go back further.
He says the reason Marley's making these moves is to prepare for an anticipated struggle over resources as military technology keeps advancing. Marley currently leads the world using the power of its 7 titans, but they may soon grow obsolete. An enormous cache of fossil fuel lies beneath Paradis. Marley can't afford to let it lie unused. But 80 years ago, the King of the Walls left behind this warning. If you ever interfere with our affairs, the millions upon millions of Titans sleeping within the walls will flatten the entire world. As long as he can make this threat, none dare to confront him, at least not directly. So, the Marleyan government has the same objective as we do. They'll try to infiltrate Paradis and then seize the founding Titan for themselves.
Okay, that is exactly what I was looking for. Thank you, Grisha. Okay, so Jesus Christ, this whole thing is about fucking fossil fuels. That's so human. I kind of love it, actually. That's so... Oh, that is dumb. But that's so perfect, actually. So there's a ton of fossil fuels. So Marley leads the Earth in terms of technology. But they also lead with the 7 Titans. They don't have 9 anymore. They have 7. So... Oh god, like 8,000 things are making more sense now. Okay. So that's the reason they were going to attack, was for the fossil fuels. But they can't just do that because the founding Titan passed on through the Rice family. That's why none of them ever went against it. Because we saw in the backstory with Rod and Frida and the brother, why is it that no one goes against the first king's will? The first Rice king's will? Because they have to keep the island protected from Marley. They know that. No one else knows it, but they never say that. That's why they've wanted the power of the coordinate this whole time. Why Rhina, Bertolt, Annie, Zeke, they're all going after Eren. They want that power. But for the fossil fuels, or just because they need to? Or because they want that power? At this point, is it still about the fossil fuels? We're not really sure. And they never knew where the coordinate was. They've had trouble finding it. Because at first it was with Frida. But after the fall of Shiganshina and Walmaria, the power is then taken by Grisha Jaeger, who then gives the power to Eren. Eren keeps it for 6 years until today. So, but that can't be Zeke's motivation, can it? Now, he also said in Shiganshina, he said, "One day I will save you from this." And he said, "We are both victims of Grisha." They are both victims of their father. They are both victims of their father. So I would imagine he doesn't want... Because I was thinking, like, why not just try to eat Eren when he was right there, you know? But he doesn't want to do that. He wants... Unlike the others, he wants Eren. He wants Eren. That's the thing. So that leads me to believe that there's a bit more... There's a bit more to Zeke. There's a bit more to Zeke than just he's working for Marley. There has to be more to it. There has to be more to it. But what? So, okay, so basically we've learned almost, I would say almost everything we need. We don't have the connection of how did Grisha end up at Wall Maria without his memory. That's sort of the last thing. That's basically the last thing. Well, wait, it was Shadis that said he lost his memory. Grisha could have easily been lying. All he remembered was his name was Grisha Jaeger and he was a doctor. That's what he said. But it's entirely possible he didn't lose his memory at all. No, of course he didn't lose his memory. He lied because he's not from within the walls. That's how he wrote the books. That's how he wrote the books. That's how he knew about the Founding Titan. That's how he went and found the power and took it after facing Frida. So, okay. I have to do a lot of processing. My brain is starting to fry. Okay. So, the connecting then is, I mean, the owl and the resistance, I guess, their goal was, they said their goal is the same as Marley's, to find the coordinate, to find the power of the Founding Titan. Grisha was sent within the walls, and eventually he did find it, he did take it, but then, instead of then returning to the owl and returning to the resistance, I guess, he instead willfully passes the power to Eren. Why? Why did he do that? Why did he do that specifically? Because that was something I've been thinking about, is that, you know, one great thing I think about this is Eren is sort of our, you know, we always say he's the savior of humanity, and he always doubts himself about that. You know, I'm no savior and stuff like that. But to be fair, I've always liked he's not actually like the chosen one. It just sort of happened, you know? Like, as more and more is revealed, it's not that he's the chosen one, but it's just that the power was passed to him, and now he has to do something about it, you know? And that still remains the case here, but why? Why did Grisha pass the power to Eren? Jesus Christ. As soon as they brought Dinah over by the desert, as soon as they did that, I was like, oh my god, she was the Titan that killed Eren's mother. Immediately I got that. Because I didn't think of it at first. Because I was like, oh, so Grisha had a wife. Grisha had another wife. And then the big shock is that Zeke is his son, not his brother. Zeke is Grisha's son. How old is Grisha? Jesus Christ. And how old is Zeke now? You know? Must be the beard. Must be the beard that makes him look older. Beard makes me look older, so. I'm almost 24, so maybe I look bad, though, now. Not the point. So the big shock was that Zeke is actually Eren's half-brother. But then, when they're, dropping Titans, because, see, I recognize, in the background, I see this old man that they're about to inject, and he's kind of got a beard, and he's kind of bald on top, and I was like, oh my god. And when he transformed, sure enough, that was the Titan that ate Eren at Trost that he burst out of when he first became Buffered Sea Titan. And one of the other guys, the Titan that he became when he ate Mustachio guy, that Titan, I remember that Titan from the Battle of Trost. I specifically remember that Titan was in Trost. I think because they said it's one of the 3 to 4 meters. That was one of the ones, because I've been rewatching some Attack on Titan recently. So that was one of the ones that was in the refueling station. That, they all had to go in, they had to use Armin's plan, and they took them all out. I think that was the one I think Sasha missed, and then it was either Annie or Mikasa that took him out. I recognized him, which is sad as fuck to do that, But then, as soon as they brought over Dinah Fritz, and they sat her down, I was like, oh my god, please, for the love of God, tell me I am not right about this. But sure enough, she was the smiling Titan. She was the smiling Titan that not only killed Carla, but then also killed Hannes later. She is the first. She is the Titan from episode 1. Other than the Colossal Titan himself. That was her. Grisha's first wife. Grisha's first wife ate his second wife. And their friend. And then Eren, using the power of the Founding Titan, fucking killed her. I feel bad I haven't really touched on the stuff with Grisha as a kid. I've, as you can tell, I have not been, going point by point on my notes. I've just been going. I've just been going. My chair is squeaky, so. But yeah, so. It was a slight disconnect when it cut to Grisha and Faye, and they were like horrified, and then it just pans over and it's like, what am I missing here? There's a car. What am I missing? But it's to show that that world, that part of the town, the city, was so much better than the internment camp they were in, basically. So yeah, I mean, this is just a straight Nazi Jewish allegory right here. When we started watching Attack on Titan, and I feel like we should all acknowledge this, did anyone think we were getting here? When, at the beginning, from the beginning, and I've said this for a long time, I just wanted to watch this boy kill Titans. And he wasn't even that good at it. Okay, let's be fair. We wanted to watch Mikasa kill Titans. But just the length, everything, like, just where everything has gone in 3 seasons. And there's one more. There's another full season. And OVAs. How do you make junior high out of this? Whatever. Also, when it cut to showing like, oh, well, they had the dogs rip apart Faye. Am I the only one who thought that it was going to be a lot worse than that, actually. And I know what you might be thinking, Alex, how does it get worse than being mauled to death by multiple dogs? Well, I think we all know. I won't say it, but I was definitely thinking that when it just cut, it's like, I found my sister's body on the riverbank, and I was like, oh no. Oh no. No. But then it's like, oh, they sicked the dogs on her, and it's like, oh, okay, I was thinking something else. This is not better. It's not better that she was mauled by dogs, but it wasn't what I was thinking. Although we don't know per se, do we? So yeah. By the way, it's a big fucking island. Because sometimes I have to think about the scope of how big the walls are. Pretty fucking big. There's multiple villages within Walrose. Walrose! That's not even the outermost wall. Walmaria is. So it is miles upon miles. Like, this is a decently sized small country on an island next to a continent. Jesus. What else? Oh, last episode, I think it was last episode that I said we really need a name for the within the walls. Like, it doesn't really have a name. I guess it's Paradis. Great. That friggin' mustachioed fuck. I don't even know his fucking name. Fuck him. I'm glad he got pushed off and was eaten by Tiny Boy. Fucking Smiler. So, okay, now here's another question. When the owl transforms, he's ripped, he's jacked, his eyes are green, and his teeth are exposed. That looks like buffered sea titan. So it makes you wonder, does Grisha gain the power from the owl? Though, we've seen Grisha's titan form. And it looks more like the Beast Titan. Like father, like son. However, both the Beast Titan and Grisha's titan form don't look a thing like buffered. So there's that. I've been recording for an hour, and I want to keep talking, but we've somewhat covered everything. Interesting thing, though, I've also been rewatching the OPs and the endings of Attack on Titan recently. Just playing some music. It's always good, fun music to listen to. And there were a lot of shots in this episode that were in the Season 2 ending. And that is crazy. That they planned that shit ahead. That shit is in the Season 2. That was two endings ago. That was there. Remember in Season 1 when... Well, first off, the first ending to Season 1 has always been amazing. This shit is great. The second ending, remember when there was just a walnut spinning and hard rock was playing? This fucking metal music as a walnut just started spinning. Then we have the pure insanity of Season 2. We had the return to Linked Horizon in the first part of this season. And then this part of the season, the ending for part 2 here, It's like, remember the simple days of Attack on Titan? Bummer. You don't get that anymore. You get it in the ending, and that's it. We have 2 more episodes of this season. I can only expect we're going to get more lore dumps, but we're probably not. We'll have to see. It'd be definitely, first thing, next episode, he better be telling all of this to Hanji and Levi. Definitely. Also, something that could be lost in all of this is seeing Mikasa with bedhead. That was really funny. We never see that. I do love that her hair is all messed up from sleeping. That is so hilarious and so cute, and I love that so much. So, am I recording one more episode before I go on a vacation? There's not going to be any break in episodes, but I'm taking a vacation and working ahead. Let me see. Please. Yes! Okay, thank God. I get what looks like one more episode before I go on a vacation, so yeah. That's basically it. Thanks for watching the longest Attack on Titan discussion. I hope you didn't get drunk from the shots you were taking. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Attack on Titan reactions, there is a playlist on screen you can click on. There's also another video, another video you can go check out. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys next time.